This is what you might have missed on BCSN's Sports Nightly.
Well, we've watched Cheatham Norrils' athletic career flourish from his days as a Titan at St. John's High School to becoming and playing for the Toledo Rockets. But last year's well-documented illness had his family no longer cheering for an interception, but praying for his recovery. Last Thursday, those prayers were answered, and then some. September 3rd, 2015 is not Cheatham Norrils' birthday, and it isn't Christmas, but you could say for Norrils it was closer to Easter, as it was a day to celebrate a football career resurrected. To look at him, you would never know just 1 year ago he was in a hospital, barely able to move.
I was in a bed basically, like no movement, like at all. We're not even standing up, so to even be able to walk is just, in general, feels good.
When you see your kid being helpless, and there was nothing we could do but sit in the hospital.
A real-life nightmare for Cheatham's parents, Eddie and Willa Norrils.
It was terrifying. The big thing was nobody could tell us what was wrong with them.
Some doctors would come in and say, hey, we think it's this. And then they'd leave, they'd have a specialist come in, he'd say, I think it's this.
Everybody had something to say, and nobody was on the same page. And
he wanted the room dark because of whatever the illness was, caused his eyes to hurt. So it was just a dark, gloomy time for us. And when you're a parent and you can't help your kids, that's something it's hard to deal with.
That was the hard part.
What the doctors did know, part of the problem was pneumonia, coupled with a virus that caused him to suffer blood clots and lose 20 pounds. Was there ever a final word on he has this?
No, there was never a final diagnosis. They just said in the end it was he had a viral syndrome.
You know, it was a lot of frustration, but, you know, our family's real religious and stuff, and we prayed a lot, and we just kept saying he'll get through it, whatever it is, because we still, like today, we don't exactly know what it was, but we knew, like, in our hearts that he'd be okay one day.
That day was September 3rd. Norrils not only healthy, not only in uniform, but starting and a captain, wearing a brand new number, the number 1, the same as his dad back during his playing days at Defiance College.
The plan was for him to wear it last year. He was going to wear number 1, and then he got sick, so he didn't get to wear it. I don't think people understand how big this is for him and what it means to him to be back.
I'm just excited for him. I mean, he's emotional right now. We just saw him a little bit earlier, but he'll get the jitters out.
To me, it's one of the great stories of our camp. You know, as you hear Cheatham Norrils back, and Cheatham would tell you, you know, it's been a long road to recovery. And last year at this time, we didn't know if Cheatham Norrils would ever play football again, and now you see him out here not only competing, but competing at a really high level. So I'm really excited to have him back. I'm really proud of what he's done to get himself back, and, you know, just very happy that Cheatham Norrils gets to play his senior year here as a Toledo Rocket.
It felt great. It was really emotional for me a little bit, but my teammates, my coaches, my family, they had my back out there to make me feel like just focus on the game, and we're going to support you all the way through, especially being the first game back.
And almost as if they knew how this chapter should end, the Stony Brook Seawolves decided to test Cheatham Norrils in that first game on the very first play. But some things never change.
Quarterback number 16, Bunner Bednarski's pass is incomplete.
I mean, I think it was just a spur of the moment, and God bless me to make that play right then and there.
Be sure to watch Sports Nightly weeknights at 10:30 on BCSN and follow us on Twitter at @sports_nightly.